It's beautiful. It has been a very whirlwind tour, but I am fortunate that my hosts, the Star Wars Club, the uh, Colombo Americano, has been giving me tours and just driving me around to see different areas of the city. I went to Molavia, the former garbage dump, now settlement, and was so impressed by uh, the people who live there and their recycling and their heritage. It's humbling.
And what do you think about the fans here in Medellin, the fans of Star Wars?
Fans, Star Wars here are incredible. Star Wars fans in Latin America, in my experience, are my favorite Star Wars fans. I could get in trouble for saying that elsewhere, but it's a fact that. And part of the reason of that is the Star Wars fan clubs in Latin America who support these blood donation services that in my own country, in the United States of America, I know I'm setting up a blood drive for this international annual event that we do called the World Blood Drive, but I don't know of any other groups in America that are in the United States who are doing it. Whereas in Latin America, every country, it seems, or not every, almost every country is participating. With in Mexico, there's 10 different locations. So how can I not love the Star Wars fans here too?
So, did you ever thought that Star Wars could be something such a worldwide phenomenon?
Oh, yes, absolutely. I mean, I knew of its popularity just from, oh goodness, merchandise and collectibles from all over. You realize there are Star Wars fans everywhere, but I never. It wasn't until I started connecting with the Star Wars fans who were into going to children's hospitals, dressing up in costumes, making children smile, promoting blood drives, that I realized what incredibly big hearts Star Wars fans have.
So, tell us a bit about your work on Star Wars, everything that you've done. Have you ever worked with George Lucas himself?
Never directly. Never. I've worked on projects where he has signed off or approved on something, but I've never never encountered him personally.
Oh, well, that's actually pretty impressive. But you've actually written the books based on the movies, haven't you?
Yes. For example, I wrote the junior movie novelizations for the original Star Wars trilogy. I wrote those books for U.S. publisher Scholastic because they wanted to exploit the marketing campaign for Star Wars on DVD, the first release of the original trilogy on DVD. So, I mean very often the assignments that I get, it's not just because someone thinks, hey, we should do a book. It's because they think, how can we do something to make money for everybody, I guess.
So, how do you do those books? Did they give you the script, or you just write it from the movie?
I had for the movie novelizations. I already had copies of the scripts. I also had the movies on VHS tapes. So, what else did I had that. But the thing that was really interesting about working on those was I worked on those after the release of The Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones, so that it changes the way you look at the original trilogy. If you think the movie, the Star Wars 1977, now called Star Wars: A New Hope, the opening sequence, you see Princess Leia is trying to escape Darth Vader. Their spaceships are flying toward Tatooine, and you realize, because you've seen the prequels, you've seen The Phantom Menace, and you think, well, Anakin Skywalker was a little boy on Tatooine, and maybe I could write, when I'm in writing this book now, I might be thinking, like, what's going on in Darth Vader's head? Thinking, because he used to be, forgive me, spoilers, that Darth Vader used to be Anakin Skywalker, so he might be thinking, I really don't want to stick around in this orbit. I don't need to. I don't want to. I'm not going down there. He might think. He'll send stormtroopers down there, but maybe there's part of him that thinks, I really don't want to go down on that sand planet at all. Maybe. So it was, trying to writing it from a different perspective. It's not just watching the movies. It's knowing that the prequels have changed certain perspectives of certain characters. That's a very long answer from me.